Yeah,
We mention
everything,
everywhere.
everywhere,
Yeah.
all at once. I mean, yeah, it's a masterpiece. I'll come straight out and say it. Everybody's right. Like I was excited for this movie going into it, but skeptical. I didn't want it to be like super overhyped, and I still would definitely go in, not expecting like the greatest film of all time, because that nothing I think will be able to live up to that if those are your expectations.
Mm.
Like, but it's a phenomenal film. Um, the the structure of how the narrative is put together, even through all of the weird stuff going on, like a lot of the weird jokes, like for instance, it's in the trailer, there's a dimension with like people with like hot dogs for fingers. um
Yes.
like everything is paid off though. Like there's like there's all of these little things, like the googly eyes like that are on like a bunch of stuff on like the trailers, like it's like a goofy bit throughout the movie. It has a payoff. So it's all of the stuff that's like very funny. I got to see this with a packed crowd.
Wow.
Um, at the same theater, Ambulance, like 4 seats taken. Everything Everywhere All at Once, not an empty theater, not an empty
Yeah.
seat in the theater.
Wow.
Um, People are coming out for this movie. I think it had like an 8 million opening weekend, which is incredible
Yeah.
for a weird
Yeah.
A24 movie.
I seen it having some of the best per theater averages like of the year. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I think it was when it was just in New York and LA, it was at like 50,000 a theater
Yeah. Wow.
was like its per theater average. Um, like, yeah, people are coming out in droves. Saw this with the packed theater. It's such a great movie to see with the theater. Like, everybody was laughing hysterically at a lot of the bits. Like, I think this is the hardest that I've ever laughed in a theater.
Okay. Wow.
Simultaneously being some of the most I've ever cried in a theater, all within the same 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Wow. Beautiful.
It hits everywhere on the emotional spectrum. It somehow manages to balance these like insane, contradictory, like just absurdist, offbeat, ridiculous humor, almost like childish like humor at times, but definitely with things and with ideas that are not for children. um
Yeah.
uh but like it's almost like childlike humor balanced
Mm.
with like nailing like emotional beats about like family trauma, um and about like parent child relationships. And somehow, I don't know, I still don't know how. I do not know how, but somehow those two things were balanced perfectly.
Okay.
Perfectly, where you can go from laughing to crying back and forth, and it feels natural.
Mm.
Um, like there is an emotional there's an heavy emotional beat where they bring back a couple of jokes from earlier in the film, and it feels natural, like you are going along with the ride of just like human life and emotion with these characters. The directors described it as like their love letter to like the world and humanity, and that
Mm.
really comes
Wow.
through.
Yeah. Okay.
Like it really does come through. I would also I've sent you the video on Twitter, Thomas, of
Yes.
them getting their their fake
Very
letterbox
funny.
trophy
Very
for best
funny.
movie of all time. Like
Yeah.
they're I've watched quite a few interviews since, and they're just very chill dudes that don't really
Yeah.
know why everybody likes the movie so much.
Mm.
Uh, which is quite funny.
Yeah.
Um,
Which is just nice. Just
them
nice.
just being like, I mean, we think it's good, but like, it's not better
Yeah.
than Parasite or The
Yeah.
Godfather. Like, that's kind of insane.
Yeah.
There was this tweet from a film critic that was like, starting the thread talking about how Everything Everywhere All at Once is overrated. And one of the directors, I think Daniel Kwan, responded and says, "Hi, I'm the director, and I agree." So like,
Yeah.
they're they seem like pretty chill guys, but like, it's they made a great movie. They made a great movie. Michelle Yeoh, I don't care what else happens this year, should at least be nominated. At
Okay.
least be nominated. She gives a career best performance.
Yeah.
Um, I want to make sure I get the name right. But Ke Hoi Kwan, who plays her husband, should be nominated in supporting actor.
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, if the film keeps going, these things could happen. I do
Yeah,
genuinely think Michelle Yeoh has a decent chance if the film can keep momentum. If it's still in the conversation, why not? Why not?
yeah. Yeah, Ke Kwan, the as a child actor, was in The Goonies and was a was I can't remember the name, but Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Oh,
Um,
sure round.
Short Round, yeah, he's that kid but grown up.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, he's
Nice.
phenomenal. Like he gives one of my favorite like supporting actor performances ever.
Yeah.
Um, he should be nominated. Their daughter, Stephanie Sue, who I
Mm.
don't believe has been in like anything, like just she's been in I think Marvelous Mrs. Maisel,
Hmm.
a role, and then she had a like tiny role in Shang-Chi. Other than that, nothing. She's incredible. I don't think that she has a shot to be nominated, but like there's definitely a possibility.
Wow.
Again, if the movie goes like really hard, she's definitely the least likely. But like
Right.
Michelle Yeoh and Ko Kwan, 100% possible. Like just straight up, like just that it could happen. It could definitely just happen. Um, yeah, I have nothing but just incredible things to say about this movie. The editing, some of the best, if not the best I've ever seen. Um,
Wow.
the
Okay.
way this film is constructed, obviously it's jumping between a bunch of different realities. Um,
Mm.
but how it's structured narratively, there's some non-linear storytelling stuff going on, but you don't realize it until like afterwards sometimes, and then other times they'll just like straight up tell you like it's just it's phenomenally edited. The like this could even get like some of the art, like the I call them the arts and crafts texts, like
Yeah.
costumes, makeup,
I
and
get
hair
what you mean.
production
I get what
design.
you mean.
Like that kind of stuff. Like there's some insane production design in costumes, especially the costumes for Stephanie Sue as Eleanor. She's
Mm.
in maybe like 20 different costumes, and they're all like over the top and extravagant throughout the film. Um, the sound design, it should win just ever.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
Overpowering sound, Dune level sound, Dune level sound. Watching it in a theater, like I'm gushing about this movie. The screenplay I think is one of I feel like screenplay editing and Michelle Yeoh are the most likely things. If
Yeah.
anything, it gets those.
But I
If
mean,
any,
if it gets those, like, that's a very good combo for picture.
yeah, yeah. Like I would be shocked. I mean, I'll be shocked if this isn't my favorite movie by the end of the year.
Okay.
I
Wow.
mean, it's April, but I will really honestly be shocked if I don't have this at number one by the end of the year.
Well, the
It,
hype is real then. The hype
yeah,
is real.
it very much is real. Like the hype for Oscars for this. I mean, like just after seeing it, like yeah, there will be people who like it less than me and who aren't like just like everybody on Letterboxd that are like 5 stars. Like the last
Mm.
time I checked, 50,000 people had seen it, and I think 27,000 of them had given it 5 stars on Letterboxd. It's the number
Okay.
one of all time on Letterboxd. Like
Yeah.
there will be people who like it less than that, obviously,
Yeah.
but I don't know how many people will watch this and actively dislike it. Like,
Well,
put it below three, like 3.5, 3 star. Like, who will like say no, this is a bad movie. Like, I don't know. It's yeah. Like, I won't get into the ending. But it made me cry for a hot minute.
okay.
It's really well executed. I felt like I was off balance walking out of the theater. I felt like stunned. Like it really felt like I was watching something very, very special. This movie
Okay.
is very, very special. Um, and I swear to God, it better win all of the Oscars,
All of them.
all of them. Like, I'll be
All at
very
once.
mad. I'll be very mad if this doesn't get nominated for Best Picture. I'll be very,
Yeah.
very mad.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the hype really is real, everybody. The hype really is
Nice.
real.
Nice.
I'm going to see if I can talk friends into seeing it again tonight.
Wow. Okay.
So, yeah, I want to watch this movie every day.
Every
It's
day.
it's going to go
Okay.
into my all-time list easily. Like it's already going to be in the top 50. If I want to watch it again before putting it in my top 10, but it will probably go into my top 10.
Wow. Wow.
Um, Yeah.
Wow.
The hype is real. I don't want to overhype it for you. I don't know how I could, considering like it being
No.
Letterboxd's top movie
Yeah,
of all
yeah,
time.
exactly.
But
I don't
like,
think you're contributing much to the
yeah,
overhyping.
I'm just white noise at this point. Everybody's
Yeah,
saying what I'm saying.
yeah,
Like I went in with those expectations and was still blown away. So
yeah.
it felt like Parasite level stuff.
Wow, wow.
Um, I'm not saying that it will win Best Picture. This would be a very odd Best Picture choice, but
Yeah.
I'd be here for it. Like, because
I
like
mean,
this is getting high with like the general public. Like I was seeing people saying that they were bringing friends who like only ever watched superhero movies, who loved it.
wow.
Like it's appealing to all audience. It's appealing to like the Letterboxd film Twitter audience who like is typically more like
Yeah,
art house fans,
yeah.
like more
Pretentious, in
independent,
other
pretentious.
words.
Yeah, that's the
Hey,
probably the
I'm
best
one of
word.
them. I'm one of them. So
I am one of them. Oh, I know how I forgot to mention Jamie Lee Curtis is incredible. Maybe my favorite performance ever from her. But like, yeah, it's but no, it's appealing to the letterbox film Twitter. Like, it's appealing to the pretentious film people, and
yeah,
also to just the mainstream like superhero fans,
yeah,
like the general public. This is
yeah.
appealing to everybody. It's going to be this is going to be a cultural phenomenon. Um, I don't know. It really is something special, and I think it's gonna carry over all the way to Oscar season. I think that
Wow.
there are going to be enough people like this is this could be like a critics like best picture winner sweeper. Like this could be like Drive My Car, where it just gets into all of the critics picks.
Yeah,
But this is very strong in,
yeah,
not only screenplay, director, picture, like actress, editing, sound, like this
yeah.
could do some very real damage. I'm gonna
And I
be
mean,
putting
if it's yeah,
like
if it's more accessible than Drive My Car, what is stopping it? What is stopping it?
oh, it's way more accessible than Drive My
Yeah,
Car. It's
exactly.
very funny. It's one of the
Yeah,
funniest movies I've seen in a long time. One of the best comedies I've seen in a long time. Like it's yeah, it's really incredible. I've put it into my predictions. I think as of now in picture, actress, editing, screenplay, and sound. Might be adding a couple more if I see it again.
hmm,
Um, yeah, everything everywhere all at once. Incredible. I think I've talked for over 10 minutes, so there's a clip.
maybe.
Um, my rating of the film is obviously a 10
Yes.
out of 10.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't think we really needed to do that,
I
but
know.
sure.
It would be funny
Yeah,
if I said all of them. It was like solid 7.
yeah,
Solid
yeah.
7.
Maybe an eight on a good day. On a good day.
Yep. Yep. Maybe an 8 if I see it again,
Yeah,
Uh, but no, it's a 10. It's a 10. And it's just like, wow. Wow, 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 wow.